Election season always inspires Americans to take a closer look at the future of our country.
Now, a new book has been released by author Dinan that has been called a must-read and a blueprint to help America get back on track. It's called Sacred America, Sacred World, Fulfilling Our Mission in Service to All.
Dinan is also CEO and founder of the Shift Network, and we'd like to thank him for being here. Thank you so much. Hello, Stephen.
Thank you so much for having me, Sasha and Ebony.
Now, please tell us about the new book, and why do you write that America has a sacred purpose?
Well, I feel it's really important to remember that we have a sacred purpose that's really baked into the founding DNA of our country. You see it in our documents, you see it in things like our motto, which is E Pluribus Unum. This really goes beyond just unifying 13 colonies to expressing a higher mission, which is to lead towards larger wholes and more oneness. See that in creating a more perfect union, or the United States of America. The union of things into a larger whole is actually central to the unique genius of America. And that's the part we tend to be forgetting right now. We're really getting over-identified with just being Republicans versus Democrats, or 99% versus the 1%, or black versus white. There's a way in which we're getting more into separate identities rather than our unified identity, which then creates a lot of friction and unnecessary misunderstandings and can lead to a lot of pain and suffering and ultimately pulls us back. So we got to take seriously the divides. I'm not talking about covering things up. We got to look into our shadow and deal with the problems, but we also have to do so from a ground of real respect and honoring of the other, even people who think very differently, whether they're a billionaire or whether they're Republican or Democrat, that we all ultimately share this identity as Americans together.
And what can people learn from the book that will help end partisan politics?
One of the things I talk about in the book is political cross-training, which is a great term because just as in physical cross-training, where you might take, if you're a football player, you might do ballet classes to train you in a different kind of way. In political cross-training, we say, you know what, we're stronger if we don't just stay in our particular political orientation, but we take some time to learn from other perspectives, see the world through somebody else's eyes. And when we do, it not only helps us to bring to the surface our own biases and assumptions, but it also teaches us how to find better solutions and helps us to respect people in a different way. I'll just have a quick example from my own life. 2008, Sarah Palin really got under my skin. And instead of just being annoyed with her, I took it upon myself to read both of her books, which actually taught me a lot more about who she was and her values and her upbringing and ultimately things she'd done in her life. And I grew to respect her in different ways and write an article at Huffington Post called Dissolving the Palin Prejudice. Now, my progressive friends were horrified that I had done this, but I found that I got a lot of conservative fan mail, and I ultimately found a space of expanding my sense of a deeper appreciation for all Americans and the diversity that is ultimately the source of our genius as a country. So now with the book Sacred America, Sacred World, I'm doing the same, bridging divides. I'm actually going to Cleveland for the Republican National Convention, Philadelphia for the Democratic, and then we're creating an American Citizen Summit online that spans from Grover Norquist on the right to Gavin Newsom on the left, and really interested in a different kind of discourse that moves our country forward and respects that political diversity is just as important as other kind of diversity.
All right, and what is the most important message you hope people will take from reading Sacred America, Sacred World?
That we all really, it's incumbent on all of us to be sacred citizens, to engage, to bridge these divides, to heal the partisan warfare, to reach across whatever aisle it is and actually be part of the solution. And so we all have a role to play in helping evolve America to the next level and to heal the various divides. And some of that's political. You have to look at where are we divided, where have we just kind of parked with our own little club of people, and where can we reach across to a different group. Right now, race relations are at a height, so I think we all have, whether white or black, have an obligation to deal with the history that hasn't been addressed and some of the injustices in there in a way that's really, first of all, founded in that we're all Americans, we're in this together, and that we need to address that in a way where we are whole as one people.
Wonderful. And where can people find out more about the book or get a copy?
You can find it at Amazon.com, also have sacredamerica.net, a bit more about it, and we have some bonuses, such as an American Evolution series with pioneering political leaders who are really bridging these divides and offering more of a transpartisan perspective on how we move forward.
Author Dinan, good luck with your book, and thank you so much for taking the time to being here on Coffee with America.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.